What kinds of patriotism exist in Latin America? What kinds of patriotism exist in Latin America? This question opens a window into a rich and diverse history. In Latin America, various forms of patriotism have emerged, shaped by colonization, independence movements, and cultural diversity. Each type reflects different social groups and historical moments. One prominent form is Creole patriotism. This arose during the late colonial period and involved people of Spanish descent born in the Americas, known as Criollos. They sought to distinguish themselves from the Peninsulares, who were Spaniards born in Spain. Over time, Creole patriotism evolved into a nationalist ideology during independence struggles. It emphasized loyalty to American-born Spanish elites and their right to self-governance. A notable example is the Mexican independence movement in 1813. This form of patriotism combined pride in local heritage with ties to European culture. Another important aspect is Indigenous and Mestizo patriotism. This form emerged among indigenous peoples and mestizos, who are individuals of mixed indigenous and European ancestry. Their patriotism often focused on reclaiming indigenous heritage and cultural traditions. Some intellectuals highlighted pre-Columbian civilizations as foundational to national identity. This was significant, especially as indigenous communities faced marginalization. Mestizo patriotism blended elements from both indigenous and European backgrounds, reflecting the region's complex racial and cultural makeup. In the 19th century, a cultural expression known as Costumbrismo gave rise to popular patriotism. This involved celebrating local customs, traditional dress, and folklore as symbols of national identity. Artists and writers depicted rural and indigenous peoples, landscapes, and popular traditions to define what it meant to be part of a nation. This form of patriotism aimed to unify diverse populations by embracing shared cultural practices. Moving into the 20th century, populist and nationalist patriotism became prominent. This form was linked to political movements that emphasized sovereignty, social justice, and economic independence from foreign powers. Leaders used patriotic rhetoric to mobilize mass support and promote national unity. This type of patriotism sometimes involved redefining national identity to be more inclusive or, alternatively, emphasizing a particular ethnic or cultural narrative. Lastly, regional and local patriotism is also significant in Latin America. Many countries exhibit strong loyalty to a province, city, or ethnic group, which can coexist with or challenge national patriotism. This reflects the continent's ethnic diversity and historical fragmentation. Regional patriotism can manifest in cultural festivals, local political movements, or resistance to centralized authority. In summary, patriotism in Latin America is multifaceted. It ranges from elite Creole nationalism to indigenous and mestizo pride, to cultural nationalism expressed through art and customs, and to modern political movements emphasizing sovereignty and social inclusion. Understanding these forms of patriotism reveals the layered identities and histories that define Latin American nations.